Okay, reported speech, lesson 4. When do we use reported speech? For instance, someone says, I'm going to the multiplex tonight. Suppose we want to communicate the same to another person, we perform the task of reporting. In other words, we use reported speech. Here are a few basic grammar rules that will help you change direct speech into indirect speech. So this is very much important in terms of tense change. What in direct speech becomes indirect speech and what transformation does that undergo. As a rule, when you report something someone has said, you have to use the respective form of past tense in a reported speech while taking are to retain the direct speech. If it is in present, if the sentence is in present simple in direct speech, it becomes past simple. Then Sita said it is beautiful. Sita said it was beautiful. See, is becomes was here. Then present continuous. I am learning Zumba. Said she was learning Zumba. Again, it is past continuous. Past simple becomes past perfect. I worked as a cook. Said he worked as a cook. Past continuous. I was teaching earlier. She had been teaching earlier. So this is not just past continuous, it should be past perfect continuous. Modal verb forms also change when converting direct speech. Will becomes would. Can becomes could. Must becomes had to. See, you should make a note of all this. Must becomes had to. Shall becomes should. May becomes might. There is no change if could, would, should, might, and ought to if they are used in direct speech. Time change. See, what does it mean? If could is used in direct speech, even in indirect speech also could will be there. So this is an exception. Could, would, should, might, and ought to. Then time change. Adverbs representing aspects of time undergo changes when converted into reported speech. The following table can be used as a guide during conversion. This is very much important. Now becomes then, here becomes there, hereafter becomes thereafter, this becomes that, these becomes those, ago becomes before, thus becomes so, today, that day, tonight, that night. So like this, you have various examples. Punctuations, when converting sentences from direct speech into indirect speech, punctuation marks like inverted commas, question marks, exclamatory, colons, semicolons should not be carried forward. This is very much important. We should not carry it forward. It will be in the normal full stop.